Alrighty. Are you guys excited? I know Darth Peter is excited. I can tell. Give me 1 second. I already forgot to set up my light. There we go. Now you can see me a little better. Hello. 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 I think I like that one best. Hi! Yes, I see Darth Peters is freaking out. Yes. Darth is gonna need a paper bag to breathe tonight. Yes. It sounds like it. But totally overlaid Bunny's music with the Adventureline song instead. Yeah, you know, that's fair. That's fair. That's a valid, like, I feel like that's a valid response. I'm wearing my blazer today to get into the, like, office worker vibes, you know? Oh, but I am excited. I hope you guys are excited. Anyone who is not on board yet, we are playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I'm so excited. I've literally been hinting at this. Well, I mean, my hints have been very vague. But I've literally been hinting at this since we stopped playing Elden Ring, which was like a month ago. Yes, I am employee 427. Excited is such a strong word. You're mildly curious. I'm mildly curious. So, just mildly curious. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. I'm gonna have to take off my blazer at some point because it's a little toasty in here, but I wanted to at least start with it on. Ha! Well, gonna be lurking for a bit because you got to do some work. That is fair. The nice thing about Stanley Parable is, like, you know, we'll probably do multiple lines tonight. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on, you know, which line we stumble into. But I'm excited. But yes, I appreciate you lurking in my chat. I appreciate that. Feel free to pop in at any time and get some good work done. Get some good work done at 4. Okay, my camera is not liking these lights. Let me try a different color. Is that any better? That like didn't change at all. How about 3? Maybe that'll be better. All right. Woo! All right. I hope you guys enjoyed my my random poll of the day. I thought it was kind of funny. Oh, the other random tidbit is I have a new tea today. As you guys know, I am somewhat of a tea lover. And today is actually a new tea I haven't tried yet. It's a green ginger tea. It's the Pazzo company. I actually haven't... Well, no, I've had some of their teas, but I've never bought their teas before. It's still steeping, so I can't try it yet. But I literally went to the grocery store yesterday for like the first time in a month. The food situation was getting dire. So I treated myself to some tea and a big box of cookies. Big box of cookies is because I was feeling ultra stressed because the internship that I got this summer may have just fallen through. Don't really know. So, what kind of cookies? They were M&M cookies. So like they were mini. So each one is like only that big. I think that size is technically called like a sand dollar cookie. But they're like that big, or a silver dollar cookie. I don't know. Small cookies. Like sugar cookie base with mini M&Ms in it, and oh my god, they're really like chewy kind. So good. But yeah, I'm very, very upset about this internship thing happening. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, partially because everything's still up in the air, and partially because I am upset about it. But yeah, that was happening yesterday, so I'm like, you know what? I deserve a giant box of cookies. So I bought a giant box of cookies. Is the internship required for my degree? No, but it would be nice to be paid. The cookies are awesome. Oh, another fun thing that happened yesterday. It was a roller coaster yesterday. Is I actually got contacts for the first time. I'm not wearing them right now. I rarely wear glasses like when I'm at the computer, unless they're my like blue light glasses. Just because, you know, my eyesight's pretty good actually. It's just nice, but oh, so weird. It's like, you know, when you update your when you get like a better computer and it has like better graphics settings, it was like that, but my eyes. It felt so weird just walking around and being able to see without wearing glasses, because I'm the kind of person that, because my eyesight's pretty good, how was it your first time? It took me a lot of tries to get them in. Like a lot of tries, to the point where the optometrist actually gave me some eye numbing drops so I'd stop blinking. The eye numbing drops helped a lot because it just it just stifled my blink reflex, so it was easier to stick them back in. Actually, back when you had glasses, you get a new prescription and go, I can see leaves again. I know, right? Because the way that I wear glasses, because my eyesight is pretty good, I usually only put on glasses for specific things. So if I'm going to a movie theater, sometimes I'll put them in for the movie, or a play or a musical, I'll put them in for that. And when I go to class, put them in. I'm talking about glasses. This is the first time I've got contacts. But the glasses, I'll wear them for specific things, like class or a musical. And so I don't tend to just wear them around. So when I'm walking out in the world, you know, touching grass and things, I'm usually just have slightly blurry vision, and that's just how I exist. And then I was walking around with contacts, and I'm like, oh, this is... just give yourself a lot of extra time tomorrow when you go to put them back in again. Yeah, I'm gonna need so much time. It's rough. Getting them out was so difficult. Even more difficult than I thought it would be. Because, you know, everybody makes it look so easy, and then it's just but, you know. You love contacts, but your eye allergies make them always irritated to wear, sadly. Oh, that does not sound fun. Allergies to contacts, man. Sorry. I have a hair that is just touching my face in a weird way, and I can't figure out which hair it is. I think it's that one. Okay, I think we're good. So you just likely need to get eye surgery? Oh, that's not great. So let me get this straight. You need glasses, but you don't wear glasses, and so everything is somewhat blurry. Yeah, pretty much. It's like one of those things where when they do the little eye chart and they're like, if you can read this, you have 20/20 vision. Technically, I can read it, but I'm like, yes, the DMV actually. Ugh. See, my camera wanted to get in on this conversation. It's like, look, I can have blurry vision too. Yes, the DMV did give me a license. And I did take the test. I did take, like, the eye test without my glasses. So I'm technically allowed to drive without glasses. But the reason is because on my 21st birthday, I forgot to bring my glasses. Because I wanted to, like... I had this whole, like, 21st birthday thing planned. It was pretty cute. I did, like, a photo shoot and, like... I like, got free Starbucks, because you can get a free Starbucks on your birthday. I went and I got balloons filled at, like, Kroger. It was a good time. And then I wanted to get my driver's license, like, renewed. So I could have, like, you know, the new, like, has my birthday on it, like, you know, go drink at bars, you know, the whole shindig. I've seen them give licenses with worse reasons not to. Fair. But, oh, the other weird thing is because I am, sometimes I'm sad I'm not on the same time zone as Bunny. Aw. Why? Because... But now I feel oddly safer. Don't worry, I don't have a car. I just have a license, but I don't have a car. So I can't drive anywhere. You can be safe in my time zone again. But yeah, so the weirdest part, I'm sure any contacts wearers out there have probably experienced this at least once. But I was trying to take out my contacts, and so it took me a lot of tries, and I finally got one out, and I was like, yes! And so I like try to get the other one out. I'm not getting it out. So I like turn to DJ Brownie in frustration, and before I could even say something in a frustrated manner, my mind is blown. I'm like, oh my god, this is so weird. I have one clear eye and one blurry eye. My brain doesn't know how to comprehend this information. It was the weirdest, like, it felt weird. My brain was confused by what my eyes were telling it. It's not you, it's all the other people who likely also got licenses. You see, I'm in Pacific time now, but I got my license in the Midwest. So if you live in the Midwest, there's a lot of other partially blind people out there that probably have driver's license. Next thing you know, you could do your contacts without thinking about it. I hope so. Yeah, right now I just got the like daily disposables because I wasn't planning on wearing them every day, but after wearing them for one day, I'm like, I low-key really like this. I might want to wear them every day. So shocked. Blind people with licenses? Yes. Yes. Laughs and blind. You live in Pennsylvania? No, I did not live in. How, wait, X-Dragon. Wait, as long as you can, wait. As long as you can see the craters in the road, you live in Pennsylvania. Oh my god, that's... That's awesome. Indie area? Oh, indie area. Yay for Midwest. There's so much corn. And there's so much corn, and we think that the Appalachians are actually mountains. Yeah! And soy, you're right, and soy. And pumpkin patches. You know, that's the one thing that's really fun about the Midwest. Pumpkin patches in the fall. I love it. Every state has a race to the bottom with who can have the deepest potholes. It's true. Yeah, sunflowers in the off season. Oh my gosh, yes. Bumps in the ground that we call mountains. Exactly. Exactly. We had a pile of dirt that was like within walking distance of my house growing up. And so we would go walk the pile of dirt and call it a mountain because we thought it was cute. Oh. All right, are you guys ready for some Stanley Parable? I hope you are, because I am. Take your wife to the Pocono Mountains? Ooh, I actually don't know, like, what state is that in? I'm not super familiar. States, plural. She was like, where? Hold on. Nice. Oh, those are hills! Oh my god. That's awesome. Ooh, from Alaska, man. Yeah, they got some mountains up there. Do this shenanigans while we load up the game so that my screen has time to realize that I'm loading a game, but you can still see my lovely face. Also, if I look slightly more tan than usual, I'm not. They just didn't have my shade of makeup in stock, so I had to go with shade dark. I'm still pasty, don't worry. Don't you worry yourself. I am still as pasty as ever. Alright. Oh, do we want subtitles? I feel like that's actually poll worthy. If you guys like, or not, yeah, poll worthy. I want if you guys like subtitles. I feel like that's worth a poll. It's gonna be a 1-minute poll. Prefer subtitles? You're weird. Well, I already got 2 votes for subtitles. I'm still gonna technically do a poll, but I might not let the whole poll run out because we've already got 2 people to say subtitles. I'll give it like a couple seconds. If anybody doesn't like subtitles, make yourself known now, or else we're gonna like. Okay, cool. Subtitles it is. Have you played Stanley Parable before? Actually, no, not. I think I did like 1. I'm just gonna say no. Like, I've done 1. Like, we have of all the people I game with, I think I'm the only one with them on. Yeah, I'm gonna do no. I've done like a single line before. Okay, adjust your slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's gonna get so much easier to see. Current time! Ooh, I get to put in the current time! Now that's fun! Oh wait, I should go this way, it'd be faster. Wait, no! Okay. No, not AM! Shoot! Okay, well, it thinks it's AM. Can I go back? All it does is show you the bonus content sooner if you have. Oh, that's fair. Oh, you can set it again if you quit and load it again. I'm sure it's fine. See, I keep accidentally calling this the Stanley Paradox, and I almost feel like that works just as well. Why is my mouse freezing? I was gonna see if I could change the clock time. Nah, it's fine. It's look at video. If it says res x res, I don't see a thing that says res x res. Also, for those of you who know what these mean better than I do, is this good? Mine's fine? Okay. It was resolution. Okay. Okay, cool. Sweet. Oh wait, presentation, subtitle, accessibility, player data. Okay, no. So we're all good. I love how they have, like, content warnings, that they've added enough, like, things that they now need content warnings. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading! I think I'm funnier than I am, but it's okay. All right. Now I wonder if this is one of those games I'm gonna need to download directly on my computer. Because just like all my games, I put it onto my external hard drive, but we'll see. I'll give it a little bit.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Which part of the audio? All of it?
Considered it soul-ripping, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Okay, once we...
And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley Parable!
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh, I almost forgot to do your entries!
Quite forget.
Okay.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so, first of all, X-Dragon, there's your game lottery pick. I did see one earlier at the very, very beginning that I forgot to do. Magister Ezekiel. Yes, of course. So it looks like the redemptions are working again, so that's nice. But again, if you do a redemption and I miss it, just let me know. I-S-T-E-R Z. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate. I went through and I cleared out my cache of redemptions. Because I thought that might be one of the issues. Is my tea ready? It probably is. Oh, that's pretty good. It's actually a lot more mild than I thought it would be. Also, look at this cute little dish. It's like Mickey Mouse. I think it's technically a soy sauce dish. I have not tweaked the settings yet. I mean, just a second. But I use it to hold my tea bag, so I don't have to go to the... I mean, technically I have a trash can here, but I like to throw away bags and stuff in the kitchen because I empty that trash can in one of my rooms. Okay, audio settings. Boop. Audio. Okay, everything's at max, so I just need to turn up the in-stream volume. Okay. Hopefully this is better.
Something was very clearly wrong.
Is that any better?
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
I'm moving around. Okay. It looks like it's being glitchy. I think I might need to... Ooh.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got...
Okay. Does anybody see how glitchy that is? I feel like... Okay, this is actually a question for Darth. Is that because it's on my external hard drive? Is that... Yeah. Okay. Bear with me for a second. I hope this doesn't take too long. Sorry about that. Okay. We're just gonna take a second. Go to this screen. Okay, yes, let's see how well I remember it. So... Manage, properties, doing good. Local files, move install folder. I'm getting there. And then I want to move it to my C. Move. Okay. I remembered how to do it. I'm going to give myself a pat on the head for that one. I feel really proud. So, okay, we'll just chit chat and drink some tea. I should have just put it on my SD card to start out with. Like, you know, okay, so I should have thought of this a long time ago. But because, like, the reason I download games to an external hard drive is because I don't want to, like, bog down my computer with a bunch of games. But the thing is, I only stream, like, 3 games at a time. So I can have those 3 games, especially because it's so easy to move them. I can have, like, the 3 games that are currently in the streaming rotation. I can have those on my computer and everything else on the external hard drive. Yeah, that would make so much sense. I can't believe I haven't thought of that before. And they're giving me a degree. The tea is actually pretty good, though. It's a lot less gingery than I was expecting, but that's, like, okay. I like ginger, but, like, to a degree. Also, my hand is, like, the same color as my jacket. Isn't that a little freaky? My jacket is skin-colored. They also gave you a license while you lacked your corrective eyewear. Yes. It's almost done moving. We just got a little bit longer. Yep, they're giving me a degree. They're giving me a license. But apparently not an internship. Trying to think if there were any other, like, good stories. I feel this. Exactly. I love dressing up, like, blazers, suits, pantsuits. One of my favorite, like, formal outfits is like a pantsuit. I love it. Now, granted, it's like a fun pantsuit. It's got, like, little cutouts, so it's not like a work pantsuit. But you put a blazer over top to kind of, like, cover up the more scandalous portion. Pretty good. Okay, we're almost ready. It's like this much away from the end. Oh, yeah, and also while we're here, I updated the list. It's pretty similar, but I did, like, double check it. Your corset styling TikTok comes to mind? Yes. Oh my god. I love that corset so much, but I'm gonna be honest, I have yet to wear it in public. I'm just a little too, like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm having trouble getting over the, like, taboo of it being a corset. Which, like, I know it's fine. Like, it covers me. But, like, still, it's like, I haven't worn it in public yet. But here's the new list. You notice, Lego Indiana Jones on there, and, Space Engineers. Which Space Engineers looks very similar to, Satisfactory, to be quite honest. What is Hob? I'm not entirely sure, but it looked really, really cool. Somebody in the game section, the game recommendations put, like, linked a trailer to it. I forget who suggested it, to be honest. Darth Peters, or Darth X-Dragon suggested it. Okay, yeah. I watched the trailer. I'm like, this honestly looks so up my alley, to be quite honest. It looks really cool. More in common with Minecraft than Satisfactory. Interesting. Oh, it was a Steam link? Oh, then I must have just watched the video after that. But anyway, boop, or doop, boop, boop, boop. There's the new list. Yeah. All right, the game is reloaded again, so hopefully we will not be getting the yucky lag this time, because ain't nobody got time for lag. Okay, got it? Yeah, we got it. Okay. Borderlands is spelled Borderlands. No. Wait, did I misspell? Okay, wait. Did I misspell Borderlands? What? Oh my god. Okay. Wait, look, I can fix it. I can fix it. Boom. Yay. I'm such a pro. See, it was like that the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, look, I can fix the time. Okay, it is now 6:11 p.m. Conform. I just need to get the time right. Heck yes. Hang on. Why is it hanging on? Click. Can I just... Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock. The game is appreciating me. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the time you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to it. That was so cute! I feel very appreciated. Although the game just came out, how did it know that a lot of people just said it? That was really, really cute. Do we set our favorite time? What is our favorite time?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons
opposite
on
side of the
the
world
keyboard.
funny is about tax.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Have you
how
seen
long
the
to push them,
age gate checks
and
on
in what
stream?
order. This is what employee 427 did
Was
every
born
day,
January 1st,
every
19
month
random
of
year.
every year. And
Accurate.
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished
I actually
every
put in my
moment
age
that
on
the
that
orders
gate.
came
I
in,
probably should.
as though he had been made
privacy or
exactly
whatever, but I
for this
don't.
job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that
Now
not
I'm just
one
imagining
single
Schrodinger's
order
Stanley.
had arrived on the
Like,
monitor for him to
The
follow.
Stanley can
No
either
one had
be
showed up to
alive
give him
or not
instructions,
until you
call a
open the
meeting,
door.
or even say hi.
Obviously,
Never
I don't
in all
say
his
that given
years at
how
the company
often
had
they
this
ask.
happened. This complete
That's fair.
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, we're gonna start.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting. Don't know where the meeting room is.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, I shut the door. Nor did it advance the story in any way. I love how they made it so explicit. I hate Mondays. For a second I thought it said I have Mondays, and I'm like, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, I think we're gonna follow the directions still a little bit. Want to go through this door? Just trying every door.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Do not
Stanley
alter
decided
without
to go
consulting
up to
with.
his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a coworker dispute. Let it ball up inside of you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to ensure employees that everything is okay. Yeah, slick blue graphic header. All right. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Not an escape simulator. Ooh, room closet. Oh!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
That's interesting, Mike.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
It sounds...
No reason to still be here.
My clicking sounds like button pushing. I don't know. Just interesting.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go to the boss's office. Ooh, door. Ah, yes. Time to relieve myself. Oh. I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Oh, I can't flush the toilet. Not a really weirdly nice bathroom, but also really just weird bathroom. It's a nice office, though. Trying to see if there's anything.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley could, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
All right, what passageway? Ooh. Down, down, down we go.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Looks dangerous.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now you're gonna go mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Not
Stanley
sus
thought
at
to
all.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, I do. I have the strength to find out. The strength is what I have. Big button. Cameras. Oh, it's tiny. Alright, cameras!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's 427? There he is. Employee 427. There's my little office. It's so cute. Ooh, there's another one. Box. Darn.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
Too
it couldn't
horrible.
be true.
Couldn't be
Had Stanley
true.
really been under someone's control all this time?
Yeah.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Wait.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What did that one say? Fired? There's just one, like, fired? Interesting.
No, he refused to believe it.
He couldn't
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
The
unthinkable.
irony.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I love the irony of that statement. That's just
But here
wonderful.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I shall. 3. Press the button. 5. Interesting. Don't worry, we'll do a couple paths tonight. Just letting you know.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I'm not worried. Did he just
Blackness
die?
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
This is a door?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
It's the happy ending. I don't know what all the endings are called, but the happy ending. I just followed all the commands and I got a happy ending. So the moral of the story is just always do what you're told.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So this is also where I'm like, technically I don't know if I've started like, because I know some of these paths have like...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
have, like,
he entered the
multiple
door on his
things?
left.
VR? Ooh, that... Okay, so I want to disobey right away.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
Actually, it's
worth
pretty
the
nice.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Multiple paths with multiple ways to do those.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
That sounds mildly threatening.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Huh. Interesting.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Who is it?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
That's so mean.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh, it won't let me press a different button.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
That's so sad. Press B to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Wait, I have kids?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I thought my
But there is
character
no
didn't
answer.
have a wife.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
It's trippy.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I don't know if I should push it or not. I won't do it. I listen to the narrator. Listening to the narrator. Is nothing gonna happen? Do I have to press the button? Wait, this is... I also just realized, like, this is the real ending. That's why every time you click, it sounds like a button press. Is because he's imagining this whole thing. Like, none of it's real. He's just pressing buttons. My mind is blown. There's paper. Why does he need filing cabinets if all he does is press buttons? No, I want to, like, I don't know how long it makes me, like, wait, or if there is no, like, path for not pressing the button. Don't know. But man, I like this ending, though. It's trippy, and it makes me think that it's the real ending. Also, the narrator is being a little aggressive. Put a wall up when I tried to leave. You don't know, Jack. Press it. Alright, I think we're gonna press it. I was hoping there'd be like a path. Something that... Something that would, like, happen if I didn't press it. They purposely made this room the exact, like, size of the office. Alright, here we go.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I
How
tried
can I tell him
so
in a way
hard,
that he'll
narrator.
understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press Q to question nothing. Ha! Nothing
I
question.
can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Ooh,
We're
now
not
we're
so
getting,
different,
like,
I suppose.
now we're getting, like,
I'll
doubly.
try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
And Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? That ending's so trippy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Such admiration.
Yes, this room. What
Nope.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
All right, we'll give it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wonder what this one does.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ooh, we're in the mind control facility.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Ooh. What if I...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to, like... I want to go through that door. Looks like a fun door.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
It's different.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Oh, you
It was
wrote
right
the
here
story.
just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Did I... This... Oh. Interesting. They all lead... Okay. This looks fun. I've ruined...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
We're just restarting again? Interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This one's very intriguing. Oh, there's no doors!
Yep, it's worse.
It's worse!
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Easy. spilled coffee. Maybe finish it properly again and see if it changes. Ooh.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, keep retracing our step. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Is that correct?
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I win.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it
game.
really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
This one's an interest. Oh!
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ooh, this is different. No.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Follow the
Here's a
line!
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Circle.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of
Wait,
existence
that was
is
a
in
weird
fact
circle.
a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office,
I think that was
is
the
this
weird
office
circle.
in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Probably.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Why is that bit all buzzed out? This line gets a bit wonky. Bing, 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 bing. Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances, consolidation reports. Nice. Yeah, I want to go this way. Wow, that's a lot of peer reviews for employee 432. Oh my god. What the heck is up with employee 432?
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern.
Ooh, okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Nice fern, Tyler. Bing, 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 bing.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Back here again.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
Line,
we trusted
how
you.
could you have
After
done
everything
this?
we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Again? Stanley Parable line? Wait, where'd the narrator go?
You know what, Stanley?
Did he give up on
I
me?
say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
I
Why
mean,
can't
maybe
we make
you
up
are.
our own story? Something
I
exciting.
wanna go through the line.
Very mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
You only gave me one option, narrator. I don't appreciate that. I
Now,
wanted to follow the
yes,
line.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path,
Yeah.
a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Circle.
Go wild.
Or I mean a square.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley,
not a
I'm
square
ready
anymore.
for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
Yes!
I'd also like to veto the,
The
line from
line!
having any role in our awesome new story. No
Woo!
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
No, I like the line. The line comes with music. Oh, no, I want to... Line, you have forsaken me. Ooh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Nice.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh, but okay.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh,
The
and both doors,
confusion ending.
both
You're
doors
telling
led
me
to it.
That's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
And, the
And we're supposed to
narrator
restart the
restarts
game, what, eight times?
All right.
That's really how all this goes?
It's now dead end.
It's all determined?
Adventure line.
So now,
Nonsense
according to the
philosophy and
schedule, I
music.
restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Venture into
My mind
unexplored
goes
territory.
blank
and
simply
find
because
line
it's written
again.
here on
Find
this-
confusion
this
ending
thing.
schedule.
Wall. Well,
Narrator
who
forgets about
consulted
previous
me?
stuff.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't
Attempts
I
to
get
play
a
the
say in all
story,
of this?
But is
it really?
prevented.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't
Find
want
an
to forget
identical
what's going
replica
on.
of the office
I
and
don't want to be
begin
trapped like this.
deteriorate,
I
attempt
won't
to make up a
restart the
story.
game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
There's no longer an
And
office.
the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this
Find a
schedule?
bookstore, get
How
bored,
would
and
we
leave.
even know?
After
Will
a long
someone
time,
come for us?
Stanley dies.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way
Oh, and the
that
timer
this is
stopped.
a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Interesting.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey
That
and
was an
not the
interesting one.
destination. So
I still don't know
hope
if it's
that's
over.
where we are right
I mean,
now.
like,
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you
game restarted automatically. Oh, see, now I don't know if we're still in the confusion
all of
ending.
his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Which I don't think we are. I think that was the end of the ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, wait, so X-Dragon, you suggested maybe finish it properly again and see if it changes? So, like follow all the directions, essentially? That sound like a fun idea? It's a pretty short ending, so... Yeah, alright, let's do it. Let's follow all the directions. Because it is a pretty short ending, so if nothing changes, then it's not like a big deal anyway. Let's do it. Nothing in the meeting room.
There was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting fired.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Dun 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 dun.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley could get incredibly by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad. Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Wow. Let's go down! Down the step. T.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Button. I
The
love how
lights
large
rose on
the
an
button
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
is.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yep.
No.
Exactly why.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
I still think
was
the
unthinkable.
ending with like
Wasn't
the
it?
wife.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire
think that
life
was
utterly blind to the
real
world?
one.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Here we go. Boop. I am curious if it's any different. It's probably not, but it could be.
Blackness. and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
As the
And
comically large
even
door.
as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how
You know
many
which ending you
puzzles
hope
still
I get?
lay unsolved.
I'm curious if I'll
Where
get it.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life
So
he lives,
pretty.
it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Such a weird door, like it's such a stark contrast.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So, also, I'm curious, for people who have played the original Stanley parody, I always say parody, Parable. Have we noticed anything different yet? And so I'm not saying how to get to your ending or which one it is. Fair, because there are so many options. The fun thing is even just a few hours, you can do a lot. Nothing new yet. Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
Wait, that was different. Wait. Wait, what?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, wait a minute. From PC screens to the layout at the start? Really? I didn't even notice. But now it's like... Now I kind of want to do, like, the Get Out ending again, because he said a different thing that time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping him coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I feel called out. I feel very called out.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I feel so called out. It's like that kind of anxiety isn't healthy. There's nothing this way, right? No, okay. Rush buddy! I want to do it again! But I want to do it again in a timely manner! Ah! Oh. Rush bunny, rush bunny, rush bunny, rush bunny. Let's go!
Stanley
Batman!
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're doing it as fast as possible! Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room
I wanna
packed with
go. I
television
wanna go.
screens. What horrible secret did
Let me
this
go.
place hold? Stanley
Let me go.
thought to himself.
Let
Did
me
he have
go.
the strength to find out?
Ah!
Now the
right,
monitors
let's go.
jumped to life.
Let's go.
Their
Let's
true
go.
nature
Let's go.
revealed.
Run,
Each bore the
speed,
number of an
run
employee
to
in the building.
future.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
Nope,
true.
I believe it. Let's
Had
leave.
Stanley really been under someone's control
Let's
all
leave.
this
Let's
time?
believe.
Was this the only reason he
Let's
was
believe
happy
and
with his
leave.
boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
All right.
No. He
Let's
refused
go!
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't
Unthinkable.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
go.
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Let's go.
Walking, eating, working. All of
Let's
it
go.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold
Let's
reality of his past
go.
began to sink
Let's
in,
go.
Stanley decided that this...
Stanley decided, boom, lights off. You don't get to decide what I decided. Even though I did what you were telling me to do anyway,
blackness
so it doesn't make any
and a
difference.
rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it? No! Well, sort of. Ba-da-dum.
He had won.
He had won.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
There were many
Where had
puzzles
his co-workers
that
gone?
lay unsolved.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
For
but
even
happiness.
power?
Perhaps his goal had
As
not
if
been
that
to
was like
understand,
the default.
but to let go.
Let's
No
go.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed
Let's
to know.
go.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Hiya! There we go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Hello, the boys!
This
Welcome
was
in!
exactly the way, right now,
Welcome in, we're playing Stanley
that
Parable.
things were meant to happen.
I just did this ending like 3
And
times
Stanley
because...
was happy.
Yeah. But hello, boys! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How was your stream? Give me just a second and I'll give you a shout out. Greetings! Greetings and salutations. Let's give you a nice little shout out because I super appreciate it. Yeah, how was your stream? A Plague Tale. Oh, that one's interesting. I don't think I've, like, heard of that one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Awaiting in... Nice, another horror type game? I could tell you'd gravitate to the horror games. Yeah, so this is Stanley Parable. Oh. Welcome in, Raiders.
When Stanley
I hope
came
you
to a
enjoy
set
your
of 2
time
open
here.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I want to go the escape route this time. I mean, I don't know if it's actually called the escape route, but like, you know when there's a big, like, go this way to escape!
Yet
I want to
there
go
was
that
not
way.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's office! Alright, I won't get called out this time. I'll
I
be
think we all
calm.
know the drill
Oh.
by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Okay, now I really want to do the same ending. It's like... Guys, would you guys be mad at me if I did the same ending again? Just in case it's different. 'Cause, like... It's like 3rd time's the charm type thing, I feel like.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
A little-
Mind Control Facility.
Okay, here we go. You're making my decisions for me, because this game is all about not making decisions. Make my decision. Escape path thingy or mind control facility. Because either I'm turning and I'm going to the escape path. Let's put it this way, each time you do this ending, you have to add 10 minutes to the end time so we actually get a shot at seeing something different. Wait, each time you do this ending, you have to add 10 minutes to the end time? Wait, what? I'm actually kind of confused what you're saying. To the stream end time. Oh, I see. Okay, wait, now it's a tie! I have to stream more. Each time you do this ending, you add 10 minutes to the end time, so you actually get a shot to... Okay. Oh no, you guys are gonna end it in a tie? Are you kidding me? Just one more. 3rd time's the charm. It's a tie. That is totally cool, Chato. You would not believe how many times
with television screens.
my chat does that, like, on
secret
purpose.
Did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength?
Adds 10 minutes to the clock. Just this is the last time. Because, you know, 3rd time's the charm type thing.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
Whee!
Each bore the number of
Well,
an
that's
employee
dizzying. I'm
in the
not
building.
gonna do that.
Stanley's co-workers.
Speed
The
run!
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
2 people wanted me to do this path. I don't feel that bad.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Fired!
Was this the only reason he was
Oh,
happy
another
with his
person fired
boring
over there.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
He couldn't.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable.
It was unthinkable.
Wasn't it?
It
was
was.
it even possible?
It
Had
is
he
possible.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind
Utterly
to the
blind.
world?
Oh.
But here was the
Oh,
proof.
I'm gonna go this
the
way.
heart
Look.
of the operation.
Look, I'm walking the other
Controls
way.
labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or
Console
content.
disabled.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Offline.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he...
See, I like to think that somehow well, I still think that, like, the true ending is the one where he's just pressing buttons and imagining all of this, because he's, like, actually secretly really
Blackness
uncontent
and a
with his
rising
life.
chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over? No, never.
Yes. He had won.
I do
He
like
had
this
defeated
music,
the
though.
machine, unshackled
really
himself
pretty.
from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
You only got two
Stanley
endings, hardly
reflected
enough
on
to
how
determine
many
a true
puzzles
ending.
still lay
Okay,
unsolved.
fair.
Where had his
I'm just
co-workers
saying.
gone? How
It
had
makes
he been
sense,
freed from the machine's
Because whenever
grasp? What other mysteries
whenever
did
I
this
mouse
strange
click,
building hold?
it makes a keyboard
But as
noise.
sunlight streamed into the chamber,
So I think
he
he's just
realized
pressing buttons
none of
this
this
entire
mattered
time.
to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
His happiness.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh, wait, I
Stanley
didn't
felt
step through the
cool
door. I was
breeze
like,
upon
what
his
happened?
skin, the feeling of liberation, the
There's a
immense
bridge in the
possibility of the
distance.
new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was. So am I. All right, we're doing the escape route this time. I don't care what happens at the beginning or the middle. We're doing the escape route.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible?
The end is
They
never the
never
end.
stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Oop. I turned off that monitor. Am I mistaken?
No, the orders were still missing. For now.
I do like that it changes just a little bit. Makes it trippier. The end is never the end. Meow. Left door!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh yeah, I know what's up. I know what's up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
Disbelief?
go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wonder which oh, they don't even bother.
Here's the door, just go.
Just go. I love it. I love it. They're like, yeah, I don't even care anymore. I do love that detail. The narrator's like, whatever, you get the idea. Let's go! Alright, escape ending time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Ooh,
door
what's
that read
that?
Mind Control Facility.
It's
Although this
smoky.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm just kidding, let's go. How violent are we talking?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's a little ominous. Did I die? Did I just fall to my death? Oh, I didn't die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected
my
that his
God.
life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh
Stanley
no.
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned
That would still
and
hurt,
willingly
though.
accepted this violent end
No!
to his brief and shallow life.
Ah!
Stanley,
Ah! Oh,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal
wait,
jaws.
why we
In a
gotta...
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
Wait,
instantly.
we got a different... Oh! What? We have a new narrator.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
We got a different narrator.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the
Nature
moment he
fading.
hit start?
Stanley's computer. The office layout. Pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors a good time. The 2 doors! The set of the 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley's parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. I like this. This is cool. It's like a museum. Look, is it Stanley's desk? Are these filing cabinets? No, duh. Office computers? You can turn them all off. Employee database? Can't turn them back on, though. Huh, credits. What's this one? Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. I like that. That's fun. Alright, what's this way? The office. Nice. Maintenance room. Very nice. Fun. Ultra Deluxe announcements. Alright, well, I've obviously reached an Ultra Deluxe thing. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and the game's delay. Nice. I want to see what I missed over on this side. The office again. The lounge. An early version of the lounge? Ah, the new version's much better. It's worth admiring. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading you to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Interesting. Cargo lift. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of a player falling to their death. Yeah, that makes sense. Second version of it is functionally the same as what it in the final game, but we wanted to look more like a place with cargo. This cargo was actually stored. Okay, fair. So they just like changed the look of it. Wow, congratulations. Congratulations. Narrator emails. Sent out. We asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Interesting. It's just... Okay. Let's go this way. Ooh, Warzone. In early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. Oh my gosh. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I think that sounds awesome. They totally should have done that. Ooh, wait, not that way. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. First was created in November 2011. Alright, so Stanley's office looks pretty bleak. A little bit nicer office. And I honestly can't tell the difference. I guess one monitor instead of two. Okay. Game design mock-up. Interesting. Level. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout for this mock-up is still in the game. Very cool. Ooh, parts. Different part of the museum. Countdown room. An early version. Freedom ending. As it existed in beta. I like the way that they updated it. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with the freedom above and countdown below. Interesting. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Interesting. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and count... Oh, that was the same thing. Whew, Stanley Parable. Hello,
oh,
apathetic...
Look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
Huh?
How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I can't go behind it. I'm doing wonderful, apathetic. Thank you for asking. We are playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. See what this does. Oop.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Never heard of it? Ooh.
But
Oh
listen
no,
to
I'm
me.
gonna die.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
No,
Whatever
no.
you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
He got squished. I guess I could have exited, but I don't want to exit the game. I'm dead. Yeah, so Stanley Parable, I mean, you'll quickly see what's up with this. So, I'm an office worker, and everybody has disappeared.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley Parables.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see. Is it a creepy game? No! It is not a creepy game, although I once found an ending that was literally called the Insanity ending, and that was quite creepy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope! Psych!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
a lot
first,
of
just to
endings.
admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, do I want to go to the left? Yes, I do.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, can't go that way. Guess I gotta go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Oh,
wave
we
of
actually
disbelief,
are back on
Stanley
track.
decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You get a Hot Pocket for the first time in 10 years? That's awesome. I just bought like a giant pack of like Kroger brand Hot Pockets and they were really cheap. It was awesome. The spot. Heck yeah. Is there anything? Ooh. Piece of paper on. Oh, I can crouch! Oh, got a picture of a cat. I legitimately did not know I could crouch in this game. Aw, no!
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Aw,
He considered
shoot.
the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Oh,
And then
no.
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he
Oh,
thought to
no.
himself, maybe I am crazy. All
Oh,
of my
no,
coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Oh, when is the drawing for
And
the
at
game? Pick a
last,
game.
He came to the
It is
conclusion that had been on the tip of his
Sunday.
tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm
At 7 p.m. Pacific time.
dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers
But don't forget,
weren't
you can
actually
redeem.
gone.
You can
He wasn't
redeem
going
again
to lose
today.
his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Every
He thought to
stream,
himself,
you get to
I
redeem
suppose
an
I'll
entry.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whee!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Keep entering lottery, even
Now
if
the
it's possible
voice
I
was
won't make it on
describing
Sunday.
itself
Yeah,
being
that you
considered
can
by
still enter the
Stanley,
lottery.
who found it particularly strange.
I'll
I'm
just if
dreaming
I draw
about a
your name and
voice
you're not there,
describing
then I'll
me,
just draw somebody
thinking
else.
about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while
Go
he
write it
thought
down
it
while
all
we're
very odd,
listening to
and
the
wondered
narrator.
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove
it.
that he was in control, that this was a dream.
All right, we're proving it's a dream.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Never works. I've tried
I'm
that
through
before,
with
but I
this
usually
dream.
just dream that I'm
I
in my
wish it
bed.
to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Oh, he likes
My
his
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Sounds like something somebody would say when everything's not
I
gonna be.
am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any
Wait.
other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Wait,
But on
what?
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
Kind of think this may be
much
a
she
game to
knew.
play while smoking a
Everyone knows
bowl.
what crazy
Fair.
people look like.
It's
And
a little
in that
trippy.
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So
Solitaire
it
was
was
like, "That
only
sounds
a
kinda
moment
lame."
that she stood there, staring down at the
Fair.
body.
It's a
And
really
then she
interesting
turned and
game.
ran.
Huh. That was new. Because that was the insanity ending. But they added to it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
I
So
mean-
the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna have nightmares about this game, but you're pretty okay with that. I mean, fair. Unlurk what I missed. Okay, well, wait. I'm gonna go back for just a second because this is important. We walked through a door that said new content, but we've done a couple endings. We saw some new stuff, and I think this is new as well because it says it's new. So I'm gonna believe it. There's a door. Interesting.
Hello.
Didn't
and
find
thank
your
you
favorite
for
one?
playing The Stanley
Not
Parable
yet.
Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
This is like
After receiving critical and commercial success, it
Game
was expanded
Factory.
upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
More.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I'm just in a
Please,
roller coaster
step
now.
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I feel like this is all like they're conning me. Like I feel like I'm being conned.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Elevator's not going in.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there
now
we
we're
go.
moving.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
Yeah.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
They're so gonna con me. Everything feels like it just feels like such a Stanley Parable thing to do for it to be like nothing.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I love this so far.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
This is excellent content. Oh, that's it. No more jumps. Well, that was fun while it lasted.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
It only took
Another
9
elevator.
years.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping.
You are the
Is this
game.
what passes for exciting new content?
Yes,
If
this
is
is
new
exciting.
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell,
true.
I could counter 30 trillion.
That was
You
as
could put that on
uneventful
the
as your
box.
last
The
date.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Nice.
Now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Very good,
Yes.
very good.
I knew there had to be something else.
Ooh.
Let's see it.
We're
I'm
like
ready for
in
whatever
the office,
it is.
but it's weird.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me
It's so
started on the level of
self-aware.
craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What
Oh my
quality
God.
assurance
There's
department signed off on
definitely-
this?
there's
I'm
definitely an
infuriated
achievement
and
that
I'm
says
offended,
that.
and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my
my-
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
I like the gimmick.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Lurking for a few, but still listening? Awesome. Well, thanks for the lurk. I hope the narration in the background is enjoyable. Ooh. What? Wait. This is the old game design, isn't it? I think this is the old game design.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, I want to go in the vent. That sounds fun. Coffee cup. I'm excited.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Whoa.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories
is so
I
cool.
can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
This is really cool. I like this a lot. Aw,
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Oh,
Oh, the waste.
Oh, and there's demonstration. Smile because it happened. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Is that an actual achievement? This is really cool. New video game releasing today. Surprisingly down to earth. Yeah. Feels tough choices. Yeah, and that's the new part that we just did. In this game, it's 10 years. Oh, wow. Bench. Oh, I can't sit on the bench? Okay, sad.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
The door. Oh wait, is this like... I don't know what that is. Damn. Oh. That was a choice, I think.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
That's awesome.
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Carpet
it didn't need
texture.
anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Smiley button. Oh, I can go that way? Serious room? Wait, I can't get there. I ran out of jumps. Oh, wait, I can go back this way.
Oh, these were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh no.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no. Oh no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Oh my gosh.
Funny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, that was a good review.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No preachy.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
a little preachy.
Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Terse?
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Narrator.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
Kinda true.
I wish there was a skip button. A skip button. Well,
Oh, it's sinking.
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't want the skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years. Until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
Never a moment before lunchtime.
It's the only thing there
What is happening?
How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices.
Oh, I found a loop,
and
I
therefore,
think.
by becoming it is, so on and so forth.
All
Until
right.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice.
This
in
is
video
amazing. I
games.
love it so
Of course,
much.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
It was
not
not,
that, of course,
Stanley.
you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Treatise.
Or maybe a manifesto.
Manifesto.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person,
Wait,
and
what?
in fact do the very opposite? You see,
That
it
doesn't
could
make
in
sense.
fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are
Wait,
both
not making a
affecting
choice
you
is a
and
choice,
not affecting
though.
you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label
That would
on
make
this one.
perfect
I think
sense.
it has
I
much
agree.
more of a treatise vibe to it.
Treatise vibe,
But
yeah.
wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious
Manifesto.
history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going
Okay,
back to
all right.
manifesto.
Okay. I gave it a
Well, there,
second.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and
Wanna
whether they'll
climb up the
edit the
ladder.
rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I
Boink,
guess I
boink,
should
boink,
become
boink,
better
boink.
educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
That's
Although
probably
I have to
true.
imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run
It's
out
Valve.
and implement a
They made
new
Portal.
feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely
Yes.
because of this very situation.
Yes.
I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming
Uh-oh.
longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Who's talking about
It's not
Steam for 30 or
unendurable by any
45
means, but it's-
minutes?
Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah, there's no
Where
door.
did the door go?
Narrator!
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Narrator!
I do feel quite
Help me,
certain that
narrator.
there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a
Plant.
window or something like that. Do you see
Window?
a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently
Porthole?
large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button.
Nope, we're
There
going
was a
straight to the
door
skip
here
button.
Before, wasn't there? I
Yep, we're
swear
going to the
there
skip
was.
button.
Where did it go?
Skip button!
Maybe just... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Where's the
I've looked at it
door?
from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley.
There's no door.
door. There's just you and the button.
Gotta press
and
the
if you keep
button.
pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I
What
have
will
no
happen?
idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've
Why
been
would I?
thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God.
Mash!
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
2 weeks. I've been sitting here
Oh,
all that time.
oh, I
just
think it's been
sitting
longer
here,
than 2
Not a
weeks.
single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Aw.
Would you think that it's
Kinda
exactly
sad.
the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was
Aw.
listening.
That's
I
so
needed
weirdly
there to be a
sweet.
vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll
Aw.
give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared
can make
this
the
whole
little
time
button
that if I stop
go away.
speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it.
Aw. So-
I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me.
sorry,
When
narrator.
you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward.
I know,
in
I feel
between
so
the
bad
two of
for
us.
him.
And
But
I'm
how am I-
suspended in
what do I
its
do?
unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward. and
Poor
decay.
narrator.
I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I
He's
am
a
someone.
being.
I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I
Good for
feel
you,
as though
narrate.
I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow.
getting
onto the
too real,
wall.
press
You
the
see
button.
what I'm saying, don't you?
Ah.
You can see what this means to me.
I know.
I'm so
I'm
clear
sorry,
about it now, Stanley.
narrator.
I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about
I'm so
anything at
sorry,
all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What
Yeah.
a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such
I'm
cold.
sorry, narrator.
Let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Sorry, Nerd.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped
plant's
keeping
so
track
dead.
after a year.
After a
Have you
year?
ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
I'm so
Days,
sorry, narrator.
months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Why did they
And
make
when
me
that
do
feeling had
this?
begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines.
Back in 5 months,
and
I'm
that
sure we'll
each
still
of
be
them
talking.
was simply a strand in the web of my being.
Alright, we're skipping again. I'm sorry, narrator. I'm sorry.
The equanimity of the moment, both single.
Oh, the narrator's gone. He's just gone. But now I gotta press the button again. Oop. Clock fell off the wall.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
Didn't have to happen.
The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded.
Wait. Oh, I can't press. Oh, there's the button. It just takes a second.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, he's going crazy.
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, I broke him. I broke the narrator. I broke the narrator. I broke him. Oh my god. This ending. Oh. The whole room is leaking. Maybe eventually we'll get some water damage and the floor will just collapse, and that's how we can get out. Hello, legends! Hello, hello, hello. We have reached a new ending in the Stanley Parable. Ooh. Hey! I knew something like this would happen, but I still can't get out. We're just like... Yeah, the room is getting really old because if every time I press the button it gets longer... Ooh! Light! Sunlight! Can I get out? I can't jump anymore. I ran out of jumps. Alright, let's just keep going until the room decays. Ooh! Oh look, it's so green! Oh, and there's happy music. Oh! Wait, why'd they all die? What happened? It was so pleasant. Is the room not gonna decay anymore? Man, what the heck is happening out there? Whoop. The button. Did the button... The exit. I can get out. It's been 84,000 years. I mean, probably. At least it's nice music. This ending is very confusing. What happens if I press the button again? Ooh. Oh. Oh, we're back. Well, that's nice.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Try not doing anything the narrator does. All right, let's do it. Go against everything. New Okay, what's the new
Good.
content?
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It's the new content. There's more new content. I hope it's not a skip button, though. Alright, let's see. What's your new content, Stanley? Or, narrator, I'm excited to see.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
I know, for
and
a
about
long
how
time.
roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Yes.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time
Music's
ever,
nice.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Huh. The end is never the end
you see,
again.
isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
More
But the
TSP,
Stanley
better
Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
The color
it
red.
screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite
No,
nailed
there's two
down what
Stanleys.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more
Show
of a
floor.
fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical,
Fair.
really.
New features, new content. It's the new content bus. Let's take pictures. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Ooh, this looks cool.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
T-shirt? Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game? I want to press the
For
button.
the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too
And
big,
of
too
course,
small.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want
Button.
to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Ah, yes,
Just
look at
play
me.
along.
I
I
am
promise
Jim.
you'll love it.
I am
Okay, here we
Jim.
go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person
Ah,
named
yes.
Jim.
I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living...
Jim.
Whoa,
Wow.
hold on. I wasn't finished
What?
setting up
Oh,
the
okay.
backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
Very unfair for those
Otherwise,
playing
it's just
Jim,
a stupid
named
button
Jim.
that says somebody else's name. Okay,
All right,
we're
let's hear we
doing
go.
it again, and this time let me finish
All right, I'll let you
first.
finish.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
I shall be Jim.
Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim.
Jim won't play.
Staying up
Come
all
on.
night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim.
That does sound like
Developing
Jim.
a crippling substance addiction as Jim.
Oh.
Rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim. And finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul?
Yeah.
Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
All right. We're Jim, apparently.
Jim.
Yeah.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That
Such
was
a
you!
rush.
The button described you. Do it again. Do it
Do
again.
it again. I will do it again. I will do it again.
Jim.
Yeah.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2,
To go
it
to
would
bed
still
now.
be worth the money.
Awesome.
Let's
We'll
take a
have
break from the Jim button.
have a-
I'm
have a
too
Sweet
emotionally drained
Dreams
from all of this
X-Dragon.
personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
too much.
I'm putting
Jim.
the Jim button away.
Oh, you can put the
Otherwise,
button
soon
away.
you'll
Oh,
start
no.
to lose all sense
my
of
button.
who you actually
button.
are.
Jim. Jim. Jim.
Aw. Oh, thank you for the last hydrate. I want to buy this narrator a drink. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like he needs it. The poor guy. All right, what's next? What's new? Enjoy.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work
No,
of
not
finishing
yet.
this feature.
Please, no screenshots. I love it. A whole new office. Red is the new orange. Jump circle, infinite hole. Wait, what's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday, because that's what we all want.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew
Wait.
which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy
Aw.
12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Nice. Okay, well, I feel a little invalidated, but it's alright.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No,
Jump
I've
circle,
made my
yes!
decision. We're moving on. You know what? Let's bring
No!
the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as
Yeah!
well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps
No!
the first time we saw the jump circle.
No! I want to jump!
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Aw. I want to jump. Free and easy achievement? Heck yeah! Get it here. Hold lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps.
Now, here's
this is
something special.
sketchy.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you.
All
And I
right.
promise it will happen.
Alright, what else have we got? If we can't get an easy, like, man, I wish.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Infinite hole! Wait, is this the infinite hole? Or is this... I don't know. We're going this way. Nice. Nice.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I can't go down more. Let's do it!
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Oh, it's
One of my
lovely.
more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That was a lovely one. I like it a lot. I very much like the infinite hole. It's I vibe with it. Infinity. Alright, what's with this little door? Oh wait, I already did this one. Okay. So many new things! What's this one? Have I done this one? Can you find them? Can I find what? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my god. That's so creepy. Hey, I got it! There's only 6. Oh.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
So tragic. Okay, I need to find that epilogue. You heard Jim in a game. The button that says Jim. Wait, is this it? Ooh, reassurance bucket. I always need reassurance. Constantly.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
Here comes the
anytime
bucket.
you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
You're
and your
doing
heart.
amazing,
It's
sweetheart.
true.
Thank you.
As long as you
I
hold
always-
onto the bucket,
I
the
always
many
need
disorienting contradictions of
reassurance.
the Stanley Parable
you.
will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
I love it. Oh, I get to try it? Oh, yes. I have a bucket.
Can you feel it?
That was
The glow
very
of
evil
comfort,
laugh.
even in
Cool.
the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your
bucket.
body.
Oh.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Aw, he called me
The
cute.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I
All
love this
and
bucket.
more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I have to put the bucket back. No, I don't have to put the bucket back. Let's keep the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't
should
already.
I saw the epilogue somewhere. Is that it? Okay, I'm like gonna sneeze. Let me very. Yeah, epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I like my reassurance bucket. Very nice. Okay, I've already done the free achievement. Settings World Champion! Heck yeah. Aw. Wait, that's new, but I just came from there. Epilogue! Huh. Alright. What else is there? Office decorations? The button that says the name? Oh, I know we already got. Wait, we've done everything. Do I have to put the bucket back? Infinite hole, jumping circle. Oh, wait. Oh, exit. There's exit. I am here. So the exit is this way. Ah, yes, exit. Okay. There is no exit. Unless I... Aha! I have found it.
All right, Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah, I think I saw
Ready to
everything.
move on now?
Briefcase. Ooh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
I like the
I can feel it
reassurance
in my
bucket.
soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
I like
I'll arrange
experiments.
these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well,
Lovely.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
This one's-
Yes, this is much better. I
This
feel
one's gonna be
good
better.
about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Ew.
Who am I
Narrator.
kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags.
The
but
jump
they don't add
circle
up to anything.
is the infinite hole is
I
in the
wanted
jump
more
circle.
than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't
love it.
stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Tastefully.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Oh,
A
yeah.
title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Heck yeah.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I'm excited. Stanley Parable 2. Just poured yourself another drink. Heck yeah. Heck
This
yeah.
is the story of a man
Oh, I
named
don't want to
Stanley.
click this. Yeah. We already learned the horrors.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he
Hey, the
was
balloons.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's
I want
job
my
was
bucket back.
simple. He
It was
sat at his
reassuring.
desk in room 427 and he
But we've
pushed
already
buttons
learned the
on
horrors
keyboard.
of the skip button. So there's
Orders
no
came
way
to
I'm
him
clicking
through a
skip.
monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he though? Was he?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley Parable
Something
2!
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Very clearly
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Your balloon.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How long have you been a streamer for? Oh, let me think. Almost a year and a half now. Because my first stream was at the very end of January 2021. So, a little shy of a year and a half. I had a very fun thing for my 1 year stream anniversary, and it essentially divulged into me drinking champagne directly out of the bottle.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Heck yeah, I did. I want this bucket. Like, the balloon is in the chair. This bucket is very nice. It's the reassurance bucket. I'm very reassured.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
My
and
biggest
entered the
dono?
door on his left.
So actually, I don't get many, like, donos. Champagne is
This was
basically
not the correct way to the meeting room, but
it's
Stanley
not.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
The bucket told me. I don't really get a lot of, like, donos, but I've gotten some, like, 10 gifted subs and also bits. I think it was, yeah, like, gotten some pretty good bit donations, which is always really exciting. I think, well, actually, it was the drinking champagne out of a bottle was a, like, I think a 5,000 bit, like, dare, essentially. The bucket has compelled me.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind.
The bucket was wrong. No, the bucket's never wrong. I want to go back.
Took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I don't want to take the door on my left anymore. We're ignoring his, like, $50? Yeah, just about. Just about.
No,
said the bucket.
Now.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Wait, but
Good,
now.
said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not
No.
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
No.
It should have alarmed
no!
him, of course, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
The bucket's
So
my
he
only
threw
friend.
himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
No. I love the bucket. I want my bucket back.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Oh, wait,
This
you-
is great, he
Great?
thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Wait, you wanted this? No, I want my bucket. That's
Stanley
what I really
lifted the
want.
bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Wave of comfort.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Employee
Was this
lounge is
better than
nice.
the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
So insightful. Alright, let's.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley
We're gonna
took
try
the
to
door
do
on his
the
left
opposite
to go
of
back
what-
to the meeting room,
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Wait, there was a
Stanley
collectible.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Nope. Danger everywhere. There is danger everywhere.
No, stop.
What? No.
Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign
No.
right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
Oh,
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
because I love
What
the
if the
bucket.
problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Yeah, I need to know what a
So
bucket
much
is.
of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a
I wanna go to the bucket.
Please, step in here for a minute.
Ooh, okay, let's learn about buckets. We're gonna learn about buckets. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
All right.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
All right.
Okay, let's begin.
That is a
Item one.
bucket.
Is this a bucket?
That's a bucket.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
No. How would I know that?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Wait, I can't get off the platform. Yes, it's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh no. Is this a bucket?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
It's a bucket!
This is a bucket.
Yay! I found a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
You know...
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Yes, I mean, we knew this was a problem. I just don't know what buckets are. Wait, it's
Is this a bucket?
Hey, it is a bucket!
This is a bucket.
I knew it. I just knew it was a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
It's Schrodinger's bucket! I found Schrodinger's bucket, guys.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I
no-
say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true.
Nothing
Unless-
isn't a bucket.
Is that what you think?
Everything's a
Answer me
bucket.
straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Everything's a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective.
Everything
What
is a bucket.
What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Everything
Do
is a
any
bucket.
of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes, you're a bucket.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
I mean,
I'm
that's...
afraid the bucket is threatening to tear
No.
our relationship apart.
No, don't take
I
my
can't
bucket.
have that. I'm sorry.
Don't
But
take
I'm
my
going to
bucket.
erase all
No.
buckets from the game entirely.
No, my bucket!
Okay,
No.
here we go.
No, don't take my bucket. Don't take my bucket. No.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every
Everything's
single
a
thing in the
bucket!
game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me.
Oh,
I'm not a bucket after all.
he's not a
And you,
bucket.
Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Not a
Oh,
bucket.
this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
We're not buckets.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
No.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
It's all a bucket.
Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Yeah,
All right,
everything's a bucket.
here we go.
Everything. All a bucket. Everything is a bucket. I want my bucket back. Ooh. Oh! Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, what? I am what? Wait, the message went by too fast. What? What? Oh my god, wait, what? Thank you, oh my god. What the heck? The message went by so fast. I was too shocked I couldn't read the message. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. Oh my god, thank you. What in the heck? Apathetic? Oh my god. I need to find the message again so I can read it. No, I can find it. I can find it. I just have to find it again. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I need to find the It's very important. I mean oh my gosh, thank you so much. I need to, what? What? Oh my gosh. I need to figure out how to find the message again, because I know I can. I just oh my god. Oh wow, okay. I am shook in a good way. Oh my gosh. Wait, I need to figure out how to find the message. It went by so fast. I know at the very least I could look back in the VOD, but like I'd like to read it. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Ah! I don't know if you type it out again, it feels like it would lose value. Okay, wait. Oh wait, no, I can find it. Oh, here. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna read it out loud. Okay. to help you afford to go to the Academy of Buckets, so that you can actually learn what a bucket is. Your education in this field is sadly lacking, and that worries me a lot. Oh my god. 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 Well, thank you again so much. That is it made that worth every cent. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow, you caught me so off guard with that. I cannot believe. Oh my gosh. Wow. The bucket. It's all the bucket. Everything is a bucket. There is a phone though. Should we answer the phone? I think we should answer the phone. I can't answer the phone. For real, you're welcome though. I get nothing but good vibes and good times in your stream so far. Aww! Aww! Aww, thank you. Well, I hope you enjoy your time here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give good times, and I'm glad you enjoy your time here. Thank you so much. Oh. Okay, we'll do the ending without the bucket. Darth says to do the ending without the bucket. I'm echoing now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, I'm echoing? Like my audio is echoing? All the sound is echoing. Okay, wait, what sounds normal? The game too? That might be on your end. Cause she'll have the stream open twice. Like refresh. Okay. Let me know if it's still happening, but if Darth
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Let me know if it's still having trouble.
By the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just to admire.
The lounge
sounds
was
normal.
grand,
Okay, perfect.
majestic,
Thank you, Perfect Stranglers.
Perhaps too majestic.
Stranglers.
Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
He started to bleed?
This made him smile.
What the
heck? At last, proof that he was human.
What in the heckity heck just happened? He smiled and then bled and then was happy.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Very worth it. Just realized that you wasn't subbed yet, so you... Oh, so you had an ad when you refreshed. Oh, I'm so sorry!
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Perfect. I'm glad. Yeah, so I try to do, like an ad at the very beginning of my stream so that I don't have pre-run ads, or pre-roll ads, but they only last for like 30 minutes. Oh, and then thank you for the subscription! Welcome to the Fluffle Army! Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. And enjoy those emotes. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't.
You're not lying. You're lying right now. Stop. Nice. Okay, I wanted to... Wait, yeah, no, I can't get to the... Ah! Aha!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no
Seems silly not to sub after that donation.
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Savored. And we have to crawl through this. Oop, what? Where am I? What?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Oh wow, this is new.
The office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten that it seemed the office had begun from so far. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
I always find the world exciting.
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh no! I've made him sad again! Oh! It's my fault, too! Oh no! Oh! He restarted the game!
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, wait, I need to
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I've heard about this.
No
I want
matter
to see
how
if it
hard
actually
Stanley
works.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No, maybe it's not here. Okay, wait, maybe it wasn't that one. Yeah, maybe it... No, okay, maybe it's not. Alright, now we're doing it without the bucket. There's like a cool secret
When
ending.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the
That's,
correct
like,
way
by
to
a
the meeting
window?
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I thought
Perhaps
that
he
was
wanted to stop
it,
by the employee lounge first,
but I guess
just
not.
to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room.
It's quite a room.
This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room.
Alright, yeah.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Not on.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Right, ready.
There's
ready.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
Danger
convinced that I
everywhere.
want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but
We're doing-
I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Ooh.
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like
Stanlerines!
that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Another Stanlerine. I'm so excited. Uh-oh, I didn't hear what he told me to do. I was so distracted by the Stanlerine that I didn't hear...
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Aha! There's a blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Oh, he's
Do you
so
not
mad.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
There's a couple.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design.
Ooh, a
and
new
you can give me some
design?
feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where
Ceiling
we were
light.
before. Go
I
ahead,
love it.
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
What if I just put straight in the middle? Yeah, I want to do middle.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any
Rude.
level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think
Wait,
we
you-
can do that, yes?
He was just being mad at me for thinking on my own, and now he's getting mad at me for
based on
not
the
thinking
data
on my
from your
own.
previous playthrough,
Rude.
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it
Oh,
out
I'm
of the
so
park
ready.
with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Ooh. Go through his door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working
new
on.
game?
And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Oh, I love to
Perfect.
look at it.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Wait, what?
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate the sound of the button. Oh no, I don't like the sound of the button. The baby goes into the fire.
You heartless bastard.
It was
Did you
the
do it because you hate
sound.
babies or purely
No,
to
it was
spite
the
me?
button.
Because
The
if it's
button
the
had a
latter, well, I
bad
don't know what to do. I'm
sound.
completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
The
I'm not even
button.
going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
It's a gross
It's
button
over.
sound.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, since my game was so
No,
awful,
no, your game
why
wasn't
don't we
awful.
play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What? Playing a different game now? Game is so much better than I've ever imagined. It's wonderful.
Aha! Fascinating.
Oh.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Sounds
Perhaps
wonderful.
for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be
That must be it.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And
A
it seems
wonderful
there's
game.
even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out
We
there.
can exit. Oh, we can exit. It's actually a great game. Oh wait, this is a game? Oh, interesting. Is it by the same creator? Oh wait, no, I went the wrong way. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. The message sent by no means urgent. Okay, yeah, I usually read whispers after the stream, so as long as it's not like urgent, I hope that's okay. I usually like read that stuff after the stream, so I have time to, you know, respond to things.
No, it can't be.
Okay, cool. Ooh, get to walk around in a new game.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? No,
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
The
That
open
big
world
open,
game.
just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any.
Look, there's a little crack in the wall.
Oh, thank
He doesn't
heavens
like
we
open world
avoided it.
games.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay,
Wait, there's a
I'm
little
going to
crack
get
in
us
the
out
wall.
of here.
No,
Let's
I
find
wanna go to the
another
crack in the
game.
wall.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice,
Little crack
big,
in the wall.
insurmountable walls.
Paula. Stanley Parable Phasmo crossover game? Oh my god, that would
I
be
think
horrifying.
This will be just the thing.
I would be too scared of that game. Wait a
Wonderful.
minute.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket
Just a
League?
nice big box for you to run around in.
Oh
there
my
isn't
gosh.
any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
This is Rocket
Stanley,
League.
if
Oh
you
my
manage to
god.
get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh no, that's a challenge. My god, it's Rocket League.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports ball!
Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
Sports
Oh,
ball!
what fun.
Heck yeah.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yeah, sports ball!
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have
Ball?
fun.
Yeah! Sports ball! Sports ball! Sports ball.
Are you
Yeah!
doing it? Are you winning?
Ah!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I fell off the edge. What?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Uh-oh.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Ooh. We lost the narrator. Walk the door. Uh-oh, I fell down a hole again. I broke Rocket League! Exactly. Ooh, where am I now? Okay, not that way. Maybe this way? I wanna go... Huh. This is different from the original game? Yeah, this is... Ooh, a light! This is very different, it appears. This is actually pretty cool. They really did add a lot of content. Hey, look, it's my room! Oh, why is it so weird? Okay. I leave. Oh! What
I
happened?
wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy
Very.
cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
That's kinda
who
true.
I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Huh.
The end will be here soon. Very soon.
The end is never the end, though.
I can wait.
The end is never the end. Oop, I'm back.
Someone was following Stanley.
Whoop.
He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now,
Hi-ya!
he would surely catch them.
Hi-ya!
It was only a matter of time.
Hiya! I thought there was some, like... Is there really no end to this game? So the closest thing to, like, an end is when you, like, actually escape. But even then, you still end up back. So in the original game, and I have no idea if it would do this if you didn't throw yourself into the hole, you went to Portal and Minecraft instead. Oh, that's wonderful. I love both Portal and Minecraft. That is actually wonderful. Figurine Finders Committee. I want my
The
bucket back.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Alright, we're gonna...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Having bucket changes the endings as well. Yeah, so it's like... We've really increased the number of endings. Ooh. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. Oh my gosh, everybody's going crazy trying to find the figurines. Inside of a sequel exhibit, yeah, a large room, lots of boxes. Huh. Interesting.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright. Let's like follow the path with the bucket. Ooh. Oh wait, this is just the bathroom. Heck yeah!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me
Figlies!
sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Figlies.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing
Yeah.
presence of the bucket.
Presence
Even
is
now,
soothing.
in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of
This is
confusion and
true.
chaos. It would be with him always.
Always.
The bucket would.
Fuck
And
would.
he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Inseparable.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the
Whoa.
boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Bucket
Was
always
the
knows.
bucket guiding him?
Everything is a bucket.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I want to see if the ending is different. Figurine!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlerines. Very soon, you'll collect the
Figler
last one,
Anlerines.
and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them.
Yeah.
And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlerines.
Nope.
None of us can.
None of us can. I'm honestly going to be very surprised if there's actually a 6th figurine in the game. It sounds like something they would do to only have 5 and not a 6th.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him,
Yes.
comforting him,
So soothing.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
The shadows
Everything
are
will
pretty
be
nice.
fine.
They had that checklist. They did have a checklist.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
All right. Oh, where's my bucket? Oh, sorry.
The lights rose on an
Whoa.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The bucket wondered. Oh, I wonder if the last figurine is under the
monitors
stairs to the
jumped
boss's
life,
office.
and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Ah!
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Yeah, guinea pigs. They're so
Bucket
cute
had
and
never
fluffy.
seen anything like this, and it very nearly
The
burst into
bucket
tears.
had
as
never
Stanley
seen anything-
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I'm cradling the bucket. Back. Can't go back. I can't go back.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Oh wait, is there a
Had the
screen that
bucket
says
been told to
bucket?
do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Don't know.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Stanley has a feeble mind.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He
No!
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never!
Never!
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
The whole
At
world.
this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Cannot trust anyone but the bucket. That's all. Room makes you think of the Matrix. You know exactly what a bucket wants.
But here was
What
the
does a
proof.
bucket want?
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
Because you've been to the Bucket
over
Academy,
another
see?
human life.
I can finally afford to go to the Bucket
The
Academy.
controls for
I can
good.
do it. I can do it now.
Two best friends, Stanley and the Bucket, up against the world.
Heck yeah, Stanley in the Bucket.
They high-fived in a really cool way, and the Bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
The Bucket made a sassy comment. They want nothing
Stanley
more
and
to
the
be
Bucket
filled with ice
waited
and
in
bottles of
blackness.
champagne. Oh, that's lovely.
Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the Bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine.
Aha!
Freedom was now mere moments away.
Mere moments!
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this
Together.
massive door. The Bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Aw, that's
Stanley
so
wanted
sweet
to
and
sneeze
wholesome.
in every country on Earth.
I
Both of
also
them
want to
wanted
sneeze in
begin
every
watching
country
a movie,
on
any
Earth.
movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
That sounds
True,
like a
it
fun
was a
thing to
simple
do.
life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together,
Aw.
with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Champagne that you drink. Oh?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
Yes, champagne that
Was
you drink
Stanley
straight
and the
from the
Bucket
bottle.
not about to
Exactly.
be freed?
No.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the Bucket to leave.
No! My
Even the
bucket!
facility itself recognized the incredible calming
No.
presence of the Bucket,
No.
needed the soothing warmth of the Bucket,
No.
would go to any lengths not to part with the Bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious Bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the Bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad,
Not so
Stanley
bad.
thought to himself.
As long as you have a
I
bucket.
have my Bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
That ending was just trapped in a room of darkness forever. Oh, wow. Oh, all right. The sequel is now paused. I think that was awesome. I think that might be a good place to call it. The Bucket has too much goodness and affirmations to be released into the real world. It's true. It would be corrupted. The Bucket is wonderful. Ah. Well. I hope you guys enjoyed Stanley Parable 2. It went from Ultra Deluxe to Stanley Parable 2. Different. Anyway. So yeah, here, I'll put this back up. The list of games that you can maybe get the chance to pick on Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. If you take the button to the broom closet, you get a surprise or two. Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely enjoyed it and down to see more of it sometime. Perfect, because we're going to be playing this again next Thursday, 1 week from today. This is going to be our Thursday game for at least a little while. Probably until we get bored of it, you know. But there's just so many things, like, I know I haven't even unlocked all the endings in the original game, and now we have all the endings with the Bucket and the other, so much! So I'm very excited. Give you a tease to pick it up again? Yes. Alright, we'll have to try the Bucket in the closet. Closet Bucket. I have to remember what the closet is, though, but I'm sure I'll find it. Again, Apathetic, thank you so much for the domino. That's absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. And yeah, so I'll be streaming again this Sunday. We will be playing Portal 2. Exciting. Yeah. Yeah, so we're playing some Portal 2, and then we will determine what our new Tuesday game will be. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped. Like usual, I enjoy raiding at the end of my streams. You'll be there, but you might be a little late. Totally cool. You're welcome to pop in and out of my streams however you feel like it. Let's go raid Drew Gulliver's playing some Minecraft. We were talking about Minecraft because of the one ending that goes to Portal in Minecraft that we didn't get because we had to get it before we got to the new content if we wanted to get that ending, apparently. But let's go ahead and raid Drew Gulliver. Her streams are usually pretty fun. So if you're having a good time, join us on this raid. Otherwise, I just hope you have a good time. Whatever you're doing. Good evening, good morning, good night, good day. I think I got all the time zones. Oh, Perfect Stranglers! And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Fluffle Army. I hope to see you back on another stream. Man, this has been a wonderful time. Good night, Earth PJs. Good night, everyone else. Yeah. Have a wonderful time. And I will see you next time.